Hello everyone, Cowabunga here. Welcome back to another edition of What We Know About Fraymakers. Today we're going to be talking about modes. So this could involve single player modes or online modes. And honestly, this might be one of the topics that we know the least about for Fraymakers, but I still want to make a video for it because there is some information there. And I also seen an alarming amount of questions on the backer Q&A when that was happening about modes. People were very curious about it. I'm sure that you guys are going to be curious about it too. So let's get into it. Different single player modes, like Break the Targets, are confirmed. Outside of targets, we do not know which single player modes will be in the game. Do know that there will be more than just Break the Targets, but yeah, outside of that, we don't have any more really confirmed single player or online modes for the game, but all the modes in this game will cater to either casual players or competitive players. There are no plans for a story mode comparable to Subspace. So we might get something that's smaller in scale that hasn't been deconfirmed yet, but definitely a Subspace-like story mode is deconfirmed. There is not an 8-player mode planned, but it's not off the table either. Now we can just move on to the actual modes that we do know about. One of them is training mode. They want it to be robust, and these are some features that we know about as of right now. Hitboxes can be enabled and disabled. There are options for DI and actions to do out of hit stun for CPUs. And just in general, Team Fray are interested in an in-depth tutorial mode as well, which would likely be implemented at launch or post-launch. Next, we have match modifiers. So these are kind of like, I would say, the special Smash from Smash Brothers, except they're going to do a lot more things. So for example, you got your standard stuff like player size and the match speed, but then you've got stuff like using a different assist every single time you use one. No cooldowns on assists, which means that you can basically spam them like this. It's pretty funny and insane. And then one more thing is that turbo mode would likely be added as a match modifier. They have not confirmed that turbo mode is going to be in Fraymakers, but they said if they were going to add it, they're probably going to do it as a match modifier. I would say it has a very good chance of being in the game. And then finally, the only other real mode that we know about is Fray Bets. This is an in-game system that allows everyone to wager points on CPU battles. These points can be used in-game to purchase things, and we don't know what those things are. It can and will feature user-generated content, and it will feature match modifiers as well, on top of anything else that they might add that might modify gameplay. There will be a system in place to prune out ridiculous characters for Fray Bets, but they still want OP characters to be in it, because yeah, why wouldn't you? That's going to be the fun part. And the last thing I have to say about Fray Bets is that they are not sure if it's going to be available on Switch. And that's it. That's all we know about modes in Fraymakers. This is a shorter video, but again, there's not much information on this right now. Hopefully this is one of the things that gets touched on as the game develops, and maybe we'll get some surprise modes as development goes on too. So I can't wait to see what they have in store, because they definitely have stuff in store that they haven't talked about yet. We do have one more of these videos, but it's not going to be on a specific topic. I am just going to give you all miscellaneous information from the backer Q&A that I can't quite put in its own category or make a whole video about. So that's what we're going to do, and after that we're done with this series. And again, hopefully by then we are playing Fraymakers. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next edition of this series. Bye.